Oh, I get this door open. All right. Hello everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here as always. Today in this video I'm going to go ahead and get this intercooler pipe all welded up. I've got it all tacked together ready to go. So now all I've got to do is take it off, finish weld it, and then I got to drill the IAT sensor into the bottom of it and the nitrous jet. I think I might put that around here somewhere, I don't know. It's a problem for future me. But yeah, today I want to get this fully welded. I came in and got this tacked up during the week. And that needs a bit more slack. Something like that, I think. Might be a bit much. Should be right. Yeah, so I came in, I tacked up this pipe. I haven't checked if it clears under the bonnet yet, but I'm pretty certain it will. It's got its HD clamp on this end and this end, where the pass-through goes through the fender well there. I came in and fitted up a belt the other day, and the catch can hoses, I needed to put a 90 degree on that end. I only had a 45 and it was fouling up on the firewall. And I mounted the transmission dipstick back here, just on that last coil bracket there. It is very close to the brake booster there, but hopefully it's not going to touch anything. But yeah, she's nearly ready to go. Still only have a few little bits and pieces left to go to basically make it run and drive. It is running. I came in here yesterday, well not yesterday, a couple of days ago during the week when I was fitting up that fitting on the catch can, and I basically half-assed it together enough to quickly give it a start and just hear it run. I just needed to hear it run. I took the night off from making my manifolds, which pushed me a bit further behind, but I just needed to hear the thing make some noise, and it was good. She runs well, she sounds pretty spicy and pretty angry. I did get some of it on video, so I'll play that for you guys here. It's not really the greatest footage, but it's still something. It's official first start. I can't stand this anymore. I gotta wait for bloody ORV fittings for that oil cooler. I've just quickly smashed the old one back on for a minute. Pumped 4 litres of tranny fluid into the transmission. I've got to put some engine oil in it. I want to hear this make some noise. I'm waiting, I've got a couple of weeks wait for this stupid AN fitting to do the top hose. But I want to hear it make some noise. I've got one wire I've got to connect down there. I'll put some engine oil in it, and then we'll just see if she'll start. I can't run it for long having no coolant in it, but at least, you know, I can see if it has oil pressure and all that junk. Anyway, better put some oil in it. That's gonna smoke for sure. Stop it. Bung this whole thing in there. So I've been busy the last few days in between doing some manifolds, and I've pretty much got most of it done, like extended intake air temperature wires, TPS idle air control, but you'll see all of that. I'll go over it in the next video. I got that one wire down in the kick panel I've got to connect, and then I don't really need to do it just yet, but I might as well get it out of the way. Okay, well that's interesting. That is obviously touching. I hope that didn't fry that alternator. Right. So I've only got 3 plugs in that side. I still got to put the 3 in this side. I just want to wind it over for a bit. That side's a bit harder to get to. Prime the oil system with some oils. Then I'll put the 3 plugs in this side. We'll try and start it. Bit worried that I just fried that alternator, which is really painful because that housing is customised to fit this setup. Oh, well, might as well see if she cranks over and all that jazz. It's in park. Sounds like we have a fuel leak. Is that coming out of that injector, is it? And that one. Well, I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I'm back. Gone and fixed the fuel leaks. Spent the last hour pulling the injectors out, fixing the fuel leaks. Had a couple of ding go rings. I'm going to test it again for fuel leaks and then we'll try and start it. I'm not going to let this night go to waste. And I wasn't about to try and start it with the fuel leaks because what did I learn last time I tried to start it with fuel leaks? Bad things happen. Right. Ah, that sounds better. Have a look. Dry. Dry. Alright, so there's no coils connected at the moment. I'm just going to wind it over for a little bit and prime the oil system. Really needs to go longer than that. Whew. You can smell it. That'll be from over here. Definitely sounded like it had some good compression, which is a good start. That one goes. And that nearly fucked it. Gotta put some oil in this, so I don't get angry. There it is. Okay. Here we go. She's alive! Oh shit. Fuck yeah. It runs. It sounds fucking mean. Holy shit. I can't let it get too hot. It's the only trouble. Yeah, baby. Ethel sounds mean as fuck. Sounds like she was ready to hurt some feelings. I didn't get a chance to check oil pressure, but I couldn't hear anything abnormal. So I'm pretty happy with that for a first start. I've got to get some coolant into this thing so I can let it do a few heat cycles. Then I can start working on making it move. But that won't be too hard to do. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I had a few issues with that. I dinked some of the injector O-rings, putting the fuel rails in the injectors, which not very hard to do. These fuel rails are a pain in the ass to get in and out. And I came in and I wired up the IAT and TPS, and it'll just get a zip tie onto the thermostat housing there. So I'm just waiting for my two 45 AN fittings to arrive, so then I can make up this top rad hose. And I still got to plumb up the wastegates to the boost controller, as well as that one down there as well. And then yeah, it's just a few bits and pieces to get it to drive. Things like I got to wire up trans brake, reverse lights, park neutral safety switch I want to put on it. There's a couple other bits and pieces. VSS I got to wire up to the rear ABS sensor. Yeah, just stuff like that basically. Yeah, anyway, that's enough rambling on from me. That startup video then brings me today. I need to get this finished welded. I'm ready to go. I've got the belt. It is very close to the throttle body bracket down there. But if it rubs or kicks the belt off, I'll cross that bridge then. I can trim off a bit of that throttle bracket down there. Anyway, I'm gonna get this off. Takes me 2 seconds. We'll get it on the bench and I'll get it welded up. And then I think I can put it back on for good. Anyway, I better get to it. There we go, that easy. Alright, well there she goes. She's all welded up. Came out pretty nice. These donuts aren't too bad to weld. Still a bit toasty. But yeah, I got to add in the IAT and the nitrous jet back here somewhere. I might do IAT here and nitrous jet here or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I got the little welding bung here I cut out of the old pipe, and it'll just weld in there somewhere. Nitrous jet I can just drill and tap. But yeah, that's all I got time for today. I've got a job on a customer's car I gotta get done. I gotta go and fit up a fuel pump in the ute, as well as a few other bits and pieces, but I'm gonna at least get the fuel pump done on it today while I can. Of course the dog barks now. But yeah, it's good to see Ethel running. She sounds spicy. I'm keen to get it actually moving. I'm still waiting on bloody parts for that to happen. I should have had those AN fittings last week, but it looks like I may not get them until this week or maybe even next week, which is bloody bullshit because I ordered them weeks ago before I went away camping. But anyway, yeah, I lengthened out my IAT sensor wiring to wrap around the front here, and I'll just zip tie it up in along here somewhere or something. And thermofan wiring I'll put down in there. I did fit up my temperature gauge into the side of the radiator there, but I'm a bit suspicious that that might leak, so I may have to pull the radiator out, put a bit of a weld on that, and then re-tap it. But I don't have my bloody AN fittings to try it and test it anyway. Not much else to go other than that. I do have to top up the transmission. It's not full, and I've got to make a block off plate for the master cylinder from the clutch. I got to button up the wiring under the dash. I got to repin the IAT because I did borrow 2 of those pins for some outputs, which I'll have to reconfigure in the tune. I do have to do the tune on it again. It is pretty far out. She's breathing a lot more air now, and with that the tune's not close. I did bung me plugs in straight out of the box at the 1.5mm gap. I'm going to rock with that and see how far they will get me before I got to gap them down. I should get pretty far with a 1.5mm gap, but I haven't done any testing with these coils, so I'm not too sure. And I haven't really mentioned it in a video why I've gone to the Ecotec, the IG1NA, the fucking Ecotec smart coils. The LS coils were basically at their limit. Actually, I think I might have mentioned it once before. But yeah, the Ecotec coils were at their limit. Not the Ecotec coils. The LS coils were at their limit. I had to gap them down to like 0.3 of a millimeter. Just to stop the spark from blowing out, which is fine. It ran and drove alright, but I found low RPM, it didn't really like the tiny gap. So hopefully having a nice beefy ignition system on it will help. Turbo blankets back on. I did modify the dump pipe. It is a little close to this lead boot here, but I can't do much about it without moving the turbo, and I don't want to move the turbo. That's about it. I do still have some upgraded fuel pumps to fit, as well as the bucket seats, but I think for now, for my goal to make it to road trip, the pumps that are in there are more than enough for me to run a 10, so I'll keep those pumps in there for now, and then once I come back, I'll fit up the buckets, I'll fit up the new pumps, and then we'll go and really crank her up and see how she does, see if I've made any improvements or if it's all been a waste of my time. Anyway, this video is probably getting long. Please leave your likes, comments down below, what you think about her starting. Don't forget, CO2 The World shirts are on the website. I probably haven't mentioned it before. Right Lane Media is handling all my Right Lane Media is handling all my merch. So they're all print to order. Whenever you guys are ready to go grab yourself a shirt, head over to the website and Dave will print and ship them immediately. Get them out to you guys ASAP. Stickers, key tags also still on the website. Jump on, grab yourself one of those. It all helps me continue to do what I'm doing and push this thing further and further. And I really appreciate the support and seeing all the stickers getting around on cars and tees and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 to the world, and then hopefully in the next video we can make this thing move. Bloody hope so anyway. Gotta get it off this hoist, it's time to get it out. I got some new ceramic coat there I gotta do on it. But yeah. Anyway, bye bye. Finally out of the shed.